Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the first time in a couple weeks after a mini hiatus to the Tag Team Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Tartaglione, joined with my brother, Johnny Tartaglione. And let's just face it, life's just been busy.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple weeks, that's for sure.
I think we've been out of town, every weekend since our last episode came out?
Yeah, every weekend either you or I have been out of town for different reasons. Some for entertainment purposes, some for not entertainment purposes, but shit happens, and yeah, we like to do this as much as possible, but sometimes life gets in the way, and it is what it is, So
maybe
the next couple weeks are crazy too.
If we got some sponsors and some ad reads and some more listeners, then we'd have a financial obligation.
Probably got to put out more podcasts for that too, I would say. So, good to be back. So the next couple weeks are crazy too, but we finally had an opportunity to get a pod on the book, so we wanted to definitely knock it out, especially with all the content that's been happening the last couple of days, specifically in the NBA. As all of you know, big Knicks fans on this podcast, and just an absolute mollywhopping of the 76ers. So we're recording this Monday night. This will probably come out Wednesday, but Game 4 happened yesterday, and the 76ers just had absolutely no chance in the series against the Knicks. It was awesome to watch as a Knicks fan. Best time to be a Knicks fan in who the hell knows how long. Probably since last year, but maybe even since the Ewing Knicks back in the 90s when we actually made the finals before we were even alive. But yeah, just a fucking incredible showing from the New York Knicks this past week.
It's built ass. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Fuck Philly. Thank God they lost. By the way, Philly sucks so much that they got swept in their home arena back-to-back nights. Shout out to the Canes. They swept them in, Xfinity Arena now? It used to be Wells Fargo. And the next night, the Knicks swept them in the same exact arena.
Yeah, that's brutality.
It's brutal. In overtime, and then by an absolute ass beating. And I really think they need to change the name of Xfinity Arena to MSG South, because that's what it is.
I mean, listen. The Knicks fans show out in the playoffs because it's a close travel distance. We were whooping their ass anyways. And obviously that Philly-New Jersey border is kind of tough for strictly Philly fans because obviously there's, New Jersey's close to New York. They're all right there. They're all the same family. So it's tough when your team is getting absolutely belt-assed and the opposing team's not a far drive away. And, of course, they're just going to walk in your house and take over, and they did that.
No, it just goes to show the quality of fans that Philadelphia fans are because, I mean, look at 2013 or 14 when the Knicks were down 3-0 to the Heat, to LeBron's Heat. Look at MSG Game 4 when we're down 3-0 and it's tie game 81.
Yeah, you're just watching old YouTube.
I'm not watching old YouTube. Twitter. I'm showing that real sports fans show out for their team no matter whether they're bad or good. And I'll give it to Philly. Eagles fans, diehards. They'll show out no matter what. But, damn, that makes the 76ers look real bad because Philadelphia is known for being a passionate sports city. And for them to get run out of the building by Knicks fans is...
I don't think any other fan base besides the Knicks would have done that. There's no other fan base that would have taken over the Philadelphia arena like the Knicks fans. And that's just facts because it's so close. The Knicks fans are diehards. We've been starving just to get to an NBA championship the past, since the 90s, really. And listen, Philly fans, I don't want to take away from them. They are very passionate. And just because the Knicks fans did that, I'm not going to shit on their fan base because, listen, at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to watch the brand of basketball that they were playing either.
Oh, no, they were ass.
And that's my thing with it, is that if you're pure dog shit and you're getting whopped on your own floor and in the series in general where you had one game and one game only that was relatively close, why am I going to go spend my Mother's Day at the arena when I know my team's going to get smoked by 30? It's just a genuine question.
Stick to football, Philly. Just stick to football. That's what you're good at.
I'm not even trying to be an asshole. I'm actually being genuine about the situation because I could be up here as a Knicks fan and be like, oh, fuck Philly. Yeah, we took over your place. We took over your home arena.
That's how I'm being.
But I'm trying to – I don't do this often. I'm trying to sympathize with Philly fans, and I'm trying to see things from their perspective. And that's just how it is. I mean, if you're a Philly fan, are you buying tickets to the game on Sunday afternoon on Mother's Day? The answer is no. When you know what the situation is going to be. When you know, Friday night's a different story. Friday night, as a Philly fan, when it's 2-0, you got to be in the building. You got to fill the seats. You got to pack it. That's unacceptable. What happened yesterday? You're down 3-0. Nobody in NBA history has ever come back from 3-0. And all the signs of how the Knicks were playing this past week, and even retreating back to the Hawks in games 5, 6, and 7, 76ers had no shot. I wouldn't buy tickets to the game.
Yeah.
Friday night, like I said, different story. You got to pack the house. Because that's your only hope. Your only hope is that you got to win both at home. You got to stay on course with the so-called home court advantage in the series, and Philly failed to do that, and that's where the series ended. It ended right then and there.
What? I didn't glimpse that much of the Boston Philly series. I did not watch a lot of it. I didn't even watch Game 7, like, because I was doing shit. But I don't understand what changed between that series versus this series.
Coaching. The Knicks knew how to attack Embiid, and you saw it in the series. Jalen Brunson is a master of pick and roll basketball, especially with Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns. Joel Embiid, not the most mobile guy. So what does he do when you put him in pick and roll action? He's not working over the top of the screen. He's dropping in coverage. What happens when you drop in coverage? You have a wide open three from dead on. What happens when you press up and you hedge the screen? And Cat rolls right to the basket, and he's dishing. This is how he's getting all of his assists. It's just the movement of the game. You're shifting the defense. What's the best game Philly played? The only game Joel Embiid didn't play. That was the only game within single digits. The whole series is the game Joel Embiid did not play. Go and look at how many points the Knicks scored in every game Joel Embiid had played. That's because they put him in pick and roll action. They made him play defense. He was gassed. He was out of shape. He just had an appendectomy, although he was back for the Boston series. But you just saw it on the court. They were gassed on defense. They didn't know their assignments, and the Knicks got the easiest buckets that an NBA team could ask for.
Well, I think Maxey also had a bit of a poor performance for that series.
Of course. I mean, he didn't have his greatest series, but at the end of the day, even if Maxey played the best basketball that he possibly could have played, they were not going to win that series with the effort and the play of Paul George and Joel Embiid. Let's face it. It was just never going to happen.
It's fair.
So I'm pumped as a Knicks fan. There's a lot of ground to go. We're obviously still waiting on the Cavs and Pistons to wrap up, which is great news for the Knicks because the earliest we could play is Sunday of this coming week. So 6 days from today is the earliest. And that depends on if the Pistons and Cavs go 5, they go 6, or go 7. So that plays, then this brings up the point. Am I upset that we're taking a week off because we're firing on all cylinders right now? Or am I happy because we get the week of rest, OG Anunoby hopefully can come back fully healthy after having almost a full 2 weeks off. So I don't know. It's kind of a give and go situation. And I think we got to take the rest because, like we said, we can't go into the Eastern Conference Finals without OG Anunoby fully healthy. And that's kind of where I ended up.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt that this rest is going to be beneficial to us. Because look at our struggles in the playoffs in the last couple of years. We've been banged up. We've been run out of.
Not last year. We weren't banged up last year. There was nobody really injured last year on the playoff run. I mean, it was just the Voodoo Pacers.
Yeah, Voodoo.
We're going to talk about the Pacers a little
bit. The
bit.
Voodoo Pacers killed us.
But you're right. 2 years ago, it was injuries. 3 years ago, it was injuries. We lost Randall 3 years ago. Anunoby was out 2 years ago. Last year, it was the fucking voodoo-ass Pacers who probably win the NBA title if Halliburton doesn't get hurt. But I don't know. I'm gonna enjoy this week. I'm gonna take in the 7-game win streak that we're on, and I'm gonna mentally prepare for the Eastern Conference Finals. Don't know the opponent yet,
and we're gonna have all eyes on that series. I mean,
I'm not gonna pick who I want to play.
It's Cleveland.
So Cleveland, Detroit, Game 4, about to tip off here in about an hour and a half or so.
So this series,
we have a lot of friends. We have a lot of friends that are Detroit fans. I've always been a Detroit fan secondhand in my lifetime. I will always pull for Detroit sports if they're not playing my teams. I've always said that. I've always been upfront about that. The Pistons beat our ass this year. They gave us belt to ass every single game we played. Cleveland is a nice matchup for the Knicks. I think they have the wings to defend Donovan Mitchell. They got the bigs to defend Evan Mobley. And James Harden is James Harden. I'm not really going to worry about him in the playoffs. The Pistons have shown that they struggled with shooting in this playoff run. They got taken to 7 games by the Orlando Magic, who limped into the playoffs, then had a little bit of life, and then ultimately shit the sheets in the series. And they beat the brakes off of Cleveland the first 2 games of the series. Wasn't even close. And then they lose a tight one at Cleveland. So I don't know. I would lean Cleveland just because we get home court advantage. That was it. Other than that, I do not have a rooting interest in this series.
Okay, so here's the thing. The Pistons have one player that can take over the game, correct? And
Cade Cunningham, yes.
The Cavaliers have 2. They have James Harden and Donovan Mitchell.
No, Joe, don't mention James Harden in playoffs. James Harden is not taking over a game in 2026.
Why?
He hit one shot last game. He hit one shot in game.
We live in the present, don't we?
We do. Okay, look at what he did in games 1 and 2. He single-handedly just gave up possessions that could have brought the Cavaliers back in the game. It was actually laughable, the product of basketball that James Harden put on the court in games 1 and 2. So yes, he made a key shot in game 3. Congratulations. You're losing the series 2-1. Let's see what happens tonight. Let's see what happens on Wednesday. I think the Pistons go, I don't know. I'm not going to make predictions.
Oh, yeah. You almost did it. No.
I helped myself.
You can't fucking do that.
I can do it.
Don't
I can
be
do
soft.
what I want. This is my fucking podcast. I can do what I want to do.
Pistons in 6. That's my official prediction. It's not a sign, seal, deliver. I'm not giving any guarantees. My thought is just Pistons in 6.
I think this series goes 7.
It's the best safe case.
We haven't gotten a Donovan Mitchell game yet. I think the Donovan Mitchell game's coming.
Watch it come tonight.
I don't know. Donovan Mitchell has been iffy so far in this series. Yes, he put up 26 last game or 20, whatever he put up. He might have put up 30 plus last game. Can't remember off the top of my head. But we haven't had this signature Donovan Mitchell game like we usually get. You know, the 45 points, couple of key dunks, dagger threes. I'm waiting for it. He has his moments. So
I know the people are going to be nervous. The people are going to be nervous for this guy Donovan Mitchell potential game coming.
Especially if Cleveland ties up the series tonight, it's going.
Like think about the Pistons right now. Yes, they're young. They're a great team, but they had to go 7 last series, and this Cleveland team is going to run the brakes off of them. Like they're going to be worn out. So we'll see how they do tonight. I really think it's very important for them to close the series out in 6 to win tonight. I think if it goes 2-2, it's going 7. I really think tonight's the determining
factor. Well, that's
factor.
not really an in-depth analysis.
What do you mean that's not an in-depth analysis? I'm saying I think that they have a risk.
Well, yeah, no shit. If Cleveland wins tonight, there's a better chance that the series goes 7.
But I'm talking about, look at the Pistons last series. They were down 3-1. They had to battle back.
Of course.
So putting themselves in another hole is not something they want to do.
Well, they wouldn't be in a hole unless Cleveland wins.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that 2-2 feels like you're down. Because you know how it is from a sports fan, right? You take the
That's
first
not necessarily true because you still have home court advantage.
But you take the first 2 at home and then you give it right back. And
but you're not giving back home court advantage. That's the cards are being played how they're supposed to be.
It's a momentum.
Cards are being dealt how they're supposed to be.
But it's a momentum based thing.
Of course, but Cleveland has struggled on the road this year. They're not a good team on the road. And the Pistons have a very, very good home court advantage. So the home court in a Game 7 would matter for the Pistons. It would, bottom line. So,
I don't disagree at all. But
the series is going to come down to, if you're Cleveland, what kind of player are you getting out of Evan Mobley? Game 2, he had 1 rebound. He's the center and had 1 rebound.
Yeah, that's abysmal.
That is laughable. I could go out there and grab 2 rebounds.
I don't know about that.
I could go out there and grab 2. You're telling me if I played however many minutes he played, I wouldn't get a lucky bounce or 2? I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. 1 rebound and you're the center? Give me Evan Mobley's height and I'm grabbing 2 boards. I'm sorry. That's a lack of effort at that point. That's a lack of effort. That's pussy-ass basketball. I'm sorry. If you're going to be the center and you're not going to rebound, get the fuck off the court. That's all I'm saying.
So who had the most rebounds for Cleveland in Game 2?
No idea. I don't give a fuck. The game was boring as shit. It was a beatdown. Detroit controlled the whole game. If you're going to grab 1 rebound, you're going to piss me off as the center. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a Cleveland Pistons expert.
What's the line tonight?
3.5. Cleveland's favored by 3.5. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, that game's tipping off in about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes. All right, let's move over to the Western Conference. Lakers, Thunder, over. That's done.
I mean, it's probably a sweep.
I bet a lot of money on the Thunder to cover tonight. It's a 12.5 point spread. I didn't even blink.
Didn't even blink?
Didn't even.
You think this is a wax?
This is a waxing. Why are Lakers fans showing up to the game tonight?
Because they're real basketball fans?
On a Monday night, you're going to spend that amount of money on a playoff ticket to watch the non-Luka Lakers against this Oklahoma City team who, besides one half, has absolutely demolished the Lakers and beat the brakes off of them. What are you going to watch? LeBron's last game in a Laker uniform?
Probably.
Because this is what it is. This is LeBron's last game in the Lakers.
You think he's done?
Absolutely.
He's retiring?
No, I think he's just going to go elsewhere.
Cleveland?
I don't know where he's going to go, but why would you keep LeBron around for another season? Waste the, unless he comes back on a 1-year deal that's super cheap that wouldn't put him over the apron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they got to pay Reeves, they got to pay Luka. You got to put other talent around those guys. I don't think 42-year-old LeBron's the answer. We've seen that in this playoffs. Now, let's say Luka's in this series. If Luka plays this series, is it 2-1?
Probably.
I don't think so. I think it's still 3-0.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when do you think the Thunder lose their first game in the Western Conference Finals?
Yeah, they'll lose probably maybe a game in the Western Conference Finals. Maybe.
You really think they're going to roll that hard?
Dude, this has been effortless for the Thunder so far. Have you watched any of these Laker games? There was one half that was close. One half, that was it. There was one half that was close in the Phoenix series. And they have just, like I said, we haven't even had a Shea game yet. Shea put up less than 20 points in a game. He's putting up measly numbers, mid-20s, probably because he isn't playing in the fourth quarters. But you got guys like A.J. Mitchell coming in and just absolutely lighting the game up. By the way, the 15th highest paid player on the roster, just lighting it up in the playoffs. And now the Thunder have another lottery pick. Two lottery. No, they have
12 and 17.
They have one lottery pick.
Yeah, one lottery.
It's just unbelievable, man. The Thunder have just... What Sam Presti did was just he meeked the whole NBA.
He did.
It was a highway.
It's wizardry.
For all of you people who have played GTA, it was the Diamond Casino heist. It was unbelievable. What Sam Presti has done to the rest of the league is baffling.
Like, if you're going to do a textbook how to GM, this is, better than that.
I don't want to put injuries out there. I don't want to put injuries out there. But Jalen Williams, the second best player for the Thunder, hasn't really played this postseason. Doesn't matter. Next guy up. Seventh guy up. Jalen Williams out most of this year. What do the Thunder do? They get the 1 seed with these in the West. Like I said, I don't want to put injuries out there. But if for some god-awful reason Shai Gilgeous-Alexander were to go out for a good portion of the year, the Thunder are still a top 3 team in the West. They're still a top 30 seed. They still make probably a Western Conference Finals run. And that's just how it is.
And they got him in a bunch of picks. For Walsh, Paul George.
Yeah, and look where Paul George is right now. Paul George is probably already in the Bahamas or Cancun.
No, what did Charles Barkley say last night? Galveston, Texas. He said they don't even deserve to go to Cancun.
Yeah.
He said they got to go to Galveston, Texas.
Well, I want to say thank Jesus. We have a good series on the other side of the bracket in the West. Timberwolves tied the series up 2-2.
Yeah.
Now, that might be thanks to Victor Wembanyama's ejection. Did you
That
watch
was-
the elbow?
Oh,
that was nasty.
He should not be playing in Game 5.
So you're on that train.
He should not
I wanted
be
to bring
playing.
this up. So you think he should be suspended?
Booted. Draymond Green got booted for worse.
For a kick in the nuts.
For a kick in the nuts.
I don't think that was worse.
No, I'm saying Wemby's
For
hit
less.
Wemby's hit, yes, for less. Wemby's
Draymond got suspended for less.
in an NBA Finals game.
I think that was something like Draymond's 17th technical, though, or something like that. I thought that's
Yeah,
why
but the
he got
threshold
suspended.
doesn't matter. It's the NBA Finals. That's ridiculous.
It's not. I mean, the rules are the rules.
And the rules are that flagrant foul should have resulted in not only an
But that's the
ejection for the
key
rest
is
of the
being
game.
should have. There's no rule for.
Well, it just
flagrant.
Adam Silver just looks and says, "How hard did he actually hit him?"
Here's the thing.
Do we want Wemby not
Here's
on
the
the
thing.
court?
If the Spurs hang on and go 3-1, he's not playing Game 5. Guaranteed. Since the Timberwolves won and it's 2-2, I think that's where Adam Silver was like, okay, we can't
Can't have
suspend
on the
Wemby.
court.
Yeah.
But
TV numbers.
That's what I'm saying. A little collusion, backdoor. Anybody that watches that, if it's not Victor Wembanyama, right? If it's fucking
Julius Randle.
if it's Grayson Allen, perhaps.
Okay, you Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen's out the rest of the year if he does. Nobody gives a fuck about Grayson
But
Allen.
what I'm saying
let's
is,
put somebody like let's make it Julius Randle or
not
Rudy
letting me make
Gobert.
my point is, if it's any Joe Schmo in the league, which obviously nobody's a Joe Schmo in the league, but like a mid-level.
There's Joe Schmoes in the league.
But what I'm saying is that if it's a mid-tier player, they're getting ejected for the next game, and nobody's going to bat an eye.
Well, that's why I asked the question.
It's ridiculous. Let's
put Julius Randle on the table. Not Anthony Edwards, not Victor Wembanyama, not that tier.
Yeah, he's out. He ain't playing game 5.
I think so too.
He ain't playing
I think
game 5.
we're at the point where I think there's probably 5 to 7 players in the league who can make that elbow and not be ejected.
Luka Doncic.
Luka's on the list. LeBron's on the list. Then it probably goes Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards. I would say Jalen Brunson would not get ejected. He would be on that list 1,000%.
Yeah. Who else?
And probably Joel Embiid because he's a fucking scumbag and he's done shit like that before and didn't get ejected.
Yeah, like
so we'll put Embiid on the list. And I think Cade Cunningham is towing that line of we can't eject him. We can't suspend him.
Shea.
Shea 1,000%. Big miss. Yes. Shea.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just, he should be out of there. We should not be seeing him in the next game.
I think it's more of a heat in the moment thing, though, because when you're that fired up, and listen, I think
he went for the head. You can clearly see him look at his head and then throw the elbow.
Can we suspend him for one half? How about that?
No.
I mean,
he's got to go.
I would think that a fair punishment would be to suspend. We do that in college. Suspend him for a half. Georgia player, driver, suspended for the half, right?
Yeah.
They fucking go 80 and a 15, suspended for the half.
Yeah.
Let's just suspend Wemby for one half.
It's ridiculous. It's bad. It goes into the evolution of the NBA being rigged. It definitely correlates to that level because now the next time that happens, if a player
there's precedent.
There's precedent now. You've officially set precedent. Supreme Court precedent's there. You can fully elbow a player at any point in the game, which is what the second quarter when it happened.
Yeah.
With true intent to their head. And the only repercussion is you're out of the rest of the game. Players have been ejected.
It costs the Spurs a game.
Players have been ejected for way less, though. Coaches have been ejected for way less. There's got to be a tier level to where there's more of a punishment for something that's targeted. Like, that's abysmal.
I'm a firm believer in the fact that if the Spurs still found a way to win that game, he would not be playing Game 5. Because 3-1 series, you could be like, okay, they're going to win the series anyways. Let's get into the curve. 2-2. Let's face it, the NBA world, the higher ups, the TV guys,
it's rigged.
The TV guys want Spurs Thunder. That's what everybody wants. Don't get me wrong, Anthony Edwards, great for television, great for numbers. I mean, I think if the Timberwolves get to the Western Conference Finals, him against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander still must see TV. But let's face it, everybody wants Wembanyama and Shai. They want Spurs Thunder, especially since the Thunder struggled against the Spurs in the regular season. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tricky situation. It's kind of crazy that there's no further repercussions. But listen, the elbow costs the Spurs a game, straight up.
So this is just a future-looking stat, right? If the Pistons pull this series out, if the Spurs pull this series out, the Thunder obviously are going to advance. The Knicks obviously already have advanced. Is this the first time that we've seen two lower seeds or two 4-0 regular season records on each side? Because the Spurs beat the Thunder every time in the regular season, and the Pistons beat the Knicks every time in the regular season. That's got to be the first time we've seen that. Just an absolute ass kicking from both sides on the other way.
Yeah,
the Knicks are going to be favored in that series. They are, and the Thunder are going to be favored in their respective.
It's going to be a tie. It's going to be.
Look at the betting odds right now. The Knicks are favored to win the Eastern Conference.
They're favored to win the Eastern Conference because they would be probably minus 200 against the Cavs because they have home court, and they would probably be even money against the Pistons, and they don't know who they're playing yet. And both of these teams still have a series to go through. That's why they're such heavy favorites to win the East, because they're already there. They're already in the Eastern Conference Finals. The other two teams still have a series to play. That's why the odds are reflected as is.
This is true.
What they did with those numbers is they took their odds of what would be against Cleveland, and they took their odds of what would be against the Pistons, and they split them right down the middle. That's all they did. That's all that number reflects. Because you're either going to buy low on the Cavs, or you're going to be buying high on the Pistons. That's what those odds reflect.
Yeah.
It's nothing more than that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
listen, it's been a pretty fun playoff so far. We've had a lot of blowouts. We've had some tight games. We've had some unsung heroes for some of these teams. And it's been fun to watch. I'm looking forward to tonight's games. I'm not really looking forward to the Lakers game. I won't be staying up for that. I will be sleeping by halftime.
well, it just goes to show, even if the Lakers are up at the half, they can still get their asses just ran out of the gym.
They were relatively in the game on Saturday night. And then I looked at the final score. I didn't watch the whole game. I fucking looked because we went to the bar. I'm not going to lie. Hand up. I'm going and I'm fucking going to drink instead of watching Thunder versus fucking JVLA versus LA Fitness. And the final was 135 to 108. UFC also on. More important. But,
which we raked.
Well, we raked. That was unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, that's where we're at in the NBA playoffs. So really just 2 series left to decide before we're in the final. We're in the final 6 teams.
We are. We're in the final 6 teams.
We're in the final 6 teams.
We're guaranteed in the final 4.
No, I'm saying, like, as of right now, we're in the last 6 teams of the NBA season.
Yeah, correct.
Still 2 series.
Where are we? Third best odds, plus 800 to win the title right now?
Yeah. But who knows? I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the rest of the NBA playoffs.
You are,
games tonight.
Which you did say if Cleveland wins the rest of the way out, that you'll be going to MSG Sunday? Fact or fiction?
Yeah, if there's a game there. It depends.
If there is a Knicks home game 1 Sunday in MSG, you will be there.
Yeah, I'm changing my flight.
Yeah.
I've already said that. I'm changing my flight. I got the Mets. I'm going to Mets Yankees Saturday. I'm supposed to fly home Sunday. If the Knicks are at home on Sunday, my flight's being changed and I'm going to game 1.
So is there any rooting interest for yourself in that scenario? Like, do you have a little bit of underlying root for the Cavs?
Here's what I'm going to put.
I'm just trying to ask.
I made the point already that I want the Knicks to have home court advantage. That's clear. It's not me rooting against Detroit. It's me rooting for
I'm not saying you're rooting against Detroit. I'm talking about being selfish.
If the Knicks play Detroit and there's a weekend game, I'm in the building.
Oh, I'm in the building.
If it's a weekend Eastern Conference Finals game in Detroit,
we're in the building.
I am in the building specifically. And listen, the Pistons fans aren't going to like that. They know what happened last time. They're going to be looking for revenge. But I can't help myself.
Do you think our people are going to want to go to the game with us?
I don't know the answer to that, but I don't think it matters. I'll be in the building. I'll find a way. I'll find a place to say, we got the Michigan connections. They're just not going to say no. They're not going to say no. We're going to be out for the hang. If it's a weekend game, and I make this very clear, I cannot skip work for a game. If it's a weekend game, I will be in the building. And that's where we're going to leave it. We're going to let it lie there. And that's it.
So, but you still have a rooting interest in... All right, so I'll ask you this question. Would you rather have a weekend game in Detroit, or would you rather the Cavs win the rest of the way out and you're in MSG for game 1 Sunday?
Just because the Cavs win out doesn't mean there's no... Sunday's game is not a guarantee yet. We don't know the schedule. So I can't answer that question.
No, you can answer that question. This is hypothetical. We're talking hypotheticals here. What would you rather
You're just asking me my rooting interest. I already gave you what my interest was.
No, this is not a rooting interest. This is what would you rather do? Would you rather be in MSG for game 1 against Cleveland, or would you rather be in Detroit for games 1, 2, 5...
Are the boys going to the game in Detroit?
7. That's up to them.
That's my pick. Personally.
So you're choosing the boys.
I'm choosing Road Warrior. That's what I'm choosing.
All right, so I'll ask you this. Elimination potential. Game 5, Knicks down 3-1 to the Pistons.
And it's a Saturday game?
And it's a Saturday game in Detroit.
I'm there.
Brink of elimination. Knowing you can watch your team.
Brink of elimination, I'm there.
Knowing you can watch your team go home.
If the tickets are doable, I'm in the building.
You're going to spend all that money to fly out there to watch them potentially get eliminated. No chance they win the series.
What do you mean no chance they win the
series? I'm saying in that game.
But you can come back and win the series.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there.
Over game 1 MSG in Madison Square Garden against Cleveland.
Yeah, I just think a later in the series game has a little more aura than a game 1.
Fair. 3-0. Well, it would have to be 3-1.
Yeah, it would have to be 3-1.
All right. I was curious. I would not spend the money if we're down 3-1.
The feeling,
and I shit on
and
Philly
the people are
fans
gonna hate. The people are gonna hate this, but the feeling of wearing that road jersey in the opposing stadium,
it's awesome.
Walking out with a W,
it's awesome
in a key playoff game. Oh, I'm digging up scars. Listen, I don't want to jinx anything for the Knicks.
But we also
I don't want to jinx anything for our future opponent. I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. This is all hypothetical scenarios. And I'm not leaning in any which way. I'm not leaning any which way. And that's where my case lies. We spent way too much time talking about the Knicks and hypothetical scenarios.
Well, it's our podcast. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want to. But I'll ask you this. What was a better feeling? Sending the Hurricanes home in a Rangers jersey or when you were in Detroit last year?
Well, I'm a Knicks fan over a Rangers fan, so that answers that question.
But we packed them up, sent them home.
No, I don't think I was at that game. The game we won, we went up 3-0.
Oh.
Yeah. We went up 3-0 and then proceeded.
You weren't there for Game 7 when we beat them?
We didn't. It wasn't Game 7.
2 years
game
ago.
6.
3 years ago, it was Game 7.
It was Game 6.
We beat them 2 years in a row.
It was Game 6.
Yeah, well.
The series you're thinking of.
No, there was 1 year they were the higher seed. And we beat them in Game 7 because I was there for Game 7 and we won.
I wasn't there for.
I went to every game in Carolina, all 4 of them.
I wasn't there for Game 7.
We won every single one of them. We won all 4 games.
Anyways, I'm a Knicks fan over a Rangers fan, and that's where my heart lies. So that's the answer to that question.
All right, fair enough.
So
all right, let's talk about the Pacers because they got fucked, and their GM's a total dumbass. How do you select 5 picks out of the NBA draft that you would have to give your way a pick, and you pick 5, 6, 7, 8,
How
9,
much
10?
gambling debt do you think that dude has?
Oh my, you know damn well he doubles down on everything.
That dude is Phil Mickelson 2.0.
Also, what a stupid protection. Have you ever heard of that kind of protection? I'm going to protect picks 1 through 4 and 10 through 30. But you leave 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up for grabs. That's ridiculous.
I mean, it's good bargaining on the Clippers' end. It was like, hey,
but then they punt the pick to 2031 if they don't get it.
You need our guy. This is what it takes. The Pacers were willing to take that chance, and we would have been saying the exact whichever way this trade ended up and how the lottery fell. We would have been talking shit about the other team no matter what. Because if it were the Clippers' end, it would have been, oh, you're giving up, Ivan Zubac for Benedict Mathurin, and that would have been the trade.
And a 2031 first.
Yeah, but
unprotected.
Who gives a fuck about 2031, right?
Obviously, it paid off for the Thunder. People didn't give a fuck about 2027 picks.
You're right. I'm not saying that. But in the moment now. But you're right. The Pacers got ultimately fucked. As a Knicks fan, that's huge. Yeah. Yesterday was huge. Because I couldn't even imagine if the Pacers were walking in to next season with Ivan Zubac. And then they're going to have one of Cam Boozer, Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, or Caleb Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, you add one of those guys to their already in contention roster. That's fucking scary. I mean, that's putting the whole East on notice right then and there. Their team is already in contention next season when Halliburton comes back. They were there last year. They got a good center that they needed, an upgrade at center. So for them to not get that top 4 pick is honestly a sigh of relief for every other team who has title hopes next season. It really is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. The lottery is crazy. The Clippers fare out pretty well. Congratulations to the Wizards fans.
Hey,
something good for the first time since when's the last time they made the playoffs? I mean, I don't know. Since they had John Wall, Bradley.
They got
the Russell Westbrook season. The Russell Westbrook season was the last time they got dragged into the playoffs.
And they got a real good squad next year. I mean,
I wouldn't say real good. Trae Young is
Anthony Davis.
No,
there's promise there. There's 4 or 5 seed promise there. There is.
The Wizards have a little bit of hope. DeBonsa could be a true superstar in the league. I'm not going to give a single flying goddamn fuck about Trae Young or Anthony Davis. That's not even... Listen, the only thing is now, with the Wizards, they are not an automatic 30-point win when you look at them on the schedule.
No.
Because when I saw the Wizards, I was like, awesome.
It's a win.
I was like, I'm watching fucking Mo Diawara and Tyler Kolek later on tonight. That's what I'm watching as a Knicks fan. I'm watching Pacone Valier. Now, next season... I might only see them for 2 minutes instead of 10. I'm not going to shit on the Wizards, seriously. Congratulations to them.
Good for them.
The Utah Jazz coming in at number 2. The Jazz are the weirdest team in the league because they made the weird trade for Jaren Jackson Jr. earlier this season. Just to tank and sit him the rest of the year, but Now they're going to end up with either Darren Peterson or Caleb Wilson or Cam Boozer.
Did you see that Carlos Boozer is a scout for the Jazz?
Yeah.
What? Is he going to pick his son?
I don't think that's his decision. That's Danny Ainge's decision.
But,
you know what's wild?
Not picking your son's kind of fucked up.
This is what I think should happen. The Bouncers should definitely go number 1. I think Caleb Wilson is the guy in this draft.
You think so?
I've been watching his tapes.
Nasty.
Jesus.
Then why did UNC suck this year?
He was hurt.
Yeah.
They didn't suck. They beat Duke.
Duke sucked.
And they didn't make a run in the tournament because they didn't have their best player. They blew that 19-point game to VCU. That was laughable, by the way. Let's not forget. Let's not forget that Chapel Hill blew one of the biggest leads in the NCAA tournament. But they didn't have Caleb Wilson. And that dude is a baller, man. But either way, these top 4 picks, they're all going to be all-stars. All 4 of them.
I don't mean to do a quick sidebar, but I got to do a quick sidebar. 76 teams, bullshit. That's it. And that's my NCAA.
Yeah, well, that's
old news, but
old news now.
That's what we get for taking a hiatus.
I don't know how the top 4 is going to fare out. I mean, I think the Wizards are definitely going to be set at 1 to take the Bouncer. Unless the Utah Jazz get absolutely wild and trade up, because the Bouncer is a Utah guy now. Played at BYU, went to high school in Utah. The owners of the Jazz know him. They probably gave him all his fucking NIL money. That's about the only possible way I see the draft shifting up.
Would they trade?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know the answer to that. What is Utah willing to offer Washington? I don't know the answer to that. That's the only thing. Obviously, number 2. And it's like, if you're the Wizards, can you stomach giving up the Bouncer for one of the other 3 studs in the draft? I don't know. I mean, what if Washington had a preference? If Washington was dead set on having one of the other guys, Caleb Wilson, Cam Boozer, or Darren Peterson, then who knows?
We haven't seen a top 5 trade since the Trae Young-Doncic trade.
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw a top 5 trade?
And listen, we've seen it work out before with Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows how to trade moving. I mean, he traded down. Danny Ainge had the number 1 pick and traded down and ended up with Jason Tatum. So he's been in this spot before. I mean, this would be the other way. This would be the reverse of that. But you never know. You never know. So it was a cool little shakeup. But yeah, I mean, the draft's in a couple weeks. I think we're gonna see. If I had to guess the order, I think it would go. I think the Bonsa goes 1. I think Peterson may go 2. Then it goes Peterson, Boozer, then Caleb Wilson. I think Caleb Wilson should go 2, though. I think he's the rawest talent, but has a lot of potential.
Draft later this month. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All I gotta say, this is my one note about the Knicks and the lottery. It's not finally our Super Bowl anymore. It's not finally the first time we tune in all NBA playoffs for anything. We used to, like clockwork, the NBA lottery. We knew what day, time.
I'm pissed that the lottery was when it was. I missed it. I legit missed the NBA lottery.
But what I'm saying is we were dialed into the TV for the lottery.
Oh, 1,000% every summer.
Every summer.
Yeah.
For years.
And
now we don't want.
But I
missed the lottery.
I knew they moved it to Sunday, but I thought it was in between the Knicks game and the Minnesota game.
Yeah, not.
But it was before.
Before.
It was before. It was at 3:00. I was out mowing the grass and I missed it. And I go in and look at my phone and I see it. I'm like, motherfucker, I missed it. I was pissed.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. But before we wrap up, Giants get the first Sunday night game of the year. So we're back on the map because it always used to be Dallas Giants Sunday night.
We always lose.
We'd always get smoked, but it was always like we were decent enough to have the week 1 game. And we're back. We're back now, I guess.
I'm excited. I think the people are excited.
Harbaugh. I mean, Schottenheimer, right? Is that Cowboys coach?
Yeah.
I thought Fat Mike McCarthy for a second. Pittsburgh, baby. Pittsburgh. Get hyped up.
It's nice to know what our week 1 game is going to be, though.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I'm typically overseas week 1, which is brutal.
So, that'll be
That's a 3 a.m. game time.
3 a.m.
4 a.m.
You'll be up. Fresh off the club.
I got to make sure I got to be in Ibiza.
Fresh off the club.
Yeah. Fun fact, the last time the Giants and Cowboys played week 1 was 2023. It was fresh off the Danny Dimes playoff year.
Yeah.
And we lost 40-0.
40-0.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football.
40-0. That was last.
Giants Cowboys used to always be a lock for Week 1 Sunday Night Football, and
we might be back. Let's make it a game this year. You know,
we're gonna lose.
Let's make it a game. You know what though? I'm not focused on the Giants right now. I have other things to focus on.
Yeah, but we're still talking about the schedule.
It was cool.
Cowboys got 2 games announced today. They got to play. We got to watch. We have to sit down and watch Dallas Eagles when we're eating turkey this year. It's a Thanksgiving game this year. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's puke.
We gotta watch Dallas Philly.
Yeah, it's puke
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's puke. Yeah.
That's when we gotta eat. We gotta eat during that time. Because then we're paying.
I don't want to eat because I'm gonna be puking. I don't want to watch that. Whatever.
Yeah, that one was abysmal. I saw that today and I was like, oh, that stinks. But I'm sure Eagles fans say the same thing about the first Sunday Night Football of the year. They're like, oh, finally Sunday Night Football, and they got to watch Giants, Dallas. That kind of sucks.
Fuck them. Fuck the Eagles.
I think we lose Week 1 though. We always do. We always lose that game. You can put it. I saw Sunday Night Football, Dallas Giants, and my first thought in my head was
blowout.
Loss.
Yeah, blowout. We're 0-1. We're already 0-1.
Because you know why we do this bullshit where we come into the season with such fucking high hopes and then we get our fucking shit.
You know what? Harbaugh, let's go ahead and make the call now. Let's start Jameis Week 1. Let's do a benching of Cam Scatterbill. He's got a bruised arm. And a
soft benching.
Yeah, let's just sit him. Let's sit him. Let's sit Dart. We'll start Jameis. Whatever other fucking Tyrone Tracy you get out there. Maybe a washed OBJ for one game.
Yeah.
And let's do it. Let's run it out there Week 1 because it doesn't matter.
We're losing.
I'm looking right at you, Harbaugh. Make the call.
It's a scheduled loss. I'm telling you.
Call it in right now, Harbaugh. 0-1. Sit the starters.
But
let's ramp up for Week 2.
But if we win, we're gonna be thinking Super Bowl.
If we win, we're going emergency podcast like we did last year against the Eagles when we jumped from 1-4 to 2-4. And we smoked the Eagles.
We win Week 1 against Dallas. The whole Giants fan is thinking Super Bowl.
Oh my god!
Especially when we blow them out. Watch us blow like we beat them 40-6.
Oh well, that's not gonna happen.
But I'm just saying,
So
if that happens,
NFL right around the corner. I mean, it's May.
We're getting there.
It's May.
The pads are almost about on.
We're what?
The helmets are on. The pads are almost on.
We're what? 3 months? We're 3 months already removed from the Super Bowl. It's crazy.
Yeah, that Super Bowl sucked.
Yeah, no shit. Terrible. Boring ass fucking.
It's been a more interesting offseason for Mike.
Yeah, Patriots haven't gotten out of the news.
Mike Vrabel's had a more interesting offseason than he did on that boring ass Sunday a couple months back.
I'm not gonna comment on the situation. Wow.
I just said interesting.
Yeah. So, all right.
Stink
You
bomb.
want to wrap up with stink bomb? Yeah, you go ahead. I'll let you go first.
I think we have a collective stink bomb.
What's that?
Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday.
All right, let's play the clip. Should we just play the clip?
Yeah, sure. Let me just embarrass myself.
Play the clip.
That's fine.
What are you doing with the
Oh, you know what? I'll go back to Taco Bell and I'll order a fucking gordita with all the freaking Marie, Buffalino, Sicilia, Tortaglione, fucking whatever. Throw whatever last name you want in there. I'll get that in my crunch wrap and I'll be happy.
Smith.
There it is.
And then you'll fuck off?
Then I'll fuck off.
And you'll sleep on the back
I'll
patio.
sleep in bed on Wednesday or
I'll
Tuesday.
sleep on the back patio.
I'll fucking go to Freya's house and hang out with the locals. How about that? You like that?
All right, the clip's been played. You.
That was a lot. It was a lot.
Also, shout out to the girl in the video. She's the one that made our logo for us too. Thank you, Andrea. But
Listen, I got a little. I don't know what I was fired up about. Might have been the Red Bull vodka's talking. I'll leave it at that.
you just took. I said that earlier in the group chat when the video got sent.
I said that on Saturday night in the car.
I was screaming.
Listen, we went out to the bars. We went out to the bars.
Oh, can we put the picture?
Go ahead and put the picture.
Put the picture.
Why not? This is what happens when you're 27 and you try to go out on graduation weekend. Just stay away. That's all I'm going to say. I had a great time. I somehow was not hungover Sunday.
It's because and this is what I'm going to get into. This is why I think it's our stink bomb, because we got a little effervescence of, I don't even know if that's the correct word for it.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
We got a little bit of a flashback. Like, I felt 22 again on Saturday. I did. I felt fired up. I was shaking ass in the club. Like, I was 3 Red Bull vodkas deep. I was taking shots of Tito's and chasing it with energy drinks. We won a shit ton of money on UFC. I'm dripping in sweat. I look like I jumped in a swimming pool and got out. Yeah. And woke up the next morning and felt fine. I wasn't hungover. I was like, this is fantastic. But the reason why it's our stink bomb is because now we think we can do it again.
No, it's
and we
not.
can't.
Listen, 2 weeks, we're back. We got a birthday coming up. Birthday celebration. We're gonna be back.
It's our stink bomb of the week because it makes us feel young again, but we're gonna get the rude awakening that we're old.
Yeah.
And that's just
There's
just
no other
the
way
facts.
to put it.
That's just the facts.
Really no other way to put it.
By the way, on Saturday, this is a little note about Saturday. Whenever it gets hot and steamy in the bar, I always stick like a Costco card or something to my forehead because it's funny. I stuck my insurance card this year.
This weekend.
Time. This weekend. And some dude tried to take it off my forehead.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm like, what a scumbag.
Yeah.
I'm rocking in the club dancing the Baby by Justin Bieber, and I got a insurance card stuck to my forehead, and they're trying to steal that shit from me? Rude. I'm having a good time over here.
I'm not sure what caused that clip, by the way. I'm trying to remember. I didn't even black out.
You blacked out in that moment.
I don't even know that I blacked out in the moment because I remember exactly what I said, and I remember the extent.
But you don't remember why you said it.
The effort I put into saying it, but I don't remember why.
I think you were pissed we didn't get pizza or something. Were you mad that the line was out the ass?
No, I did want Taco Bell, and I don't eat Taco Bell.
You were talking about it before we even went to the club.
Yeah, I was talking about getting Vito's, and the line for Vito's was just fucking ridiculous. We waited an hour to get into the bar, by the way. I mean, it was just insanity.
The girls went to another club and got a beverage.
I know. The problem with going and having an hour wait is the piss potential. The piss potential is bad.
Oh, I went and peed around the corner.
I know, yeah, but when you have to pee and you're waiting in line, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to deal with.
It is a tough scene.
Yeah, that's a tough scene.
So for my stink bomb of the week, probably was I got two. A mini one is I forgot my belt to a concert on Friday, and I was walking around saggy ass the whole night, and I kept having to pull my pants up. That sucked. That was the whole night.
Yeah.
My second it's a bunch of mini stink bombs. Like today, we worked today and could not get out of the thunderstorms. Pop-up thunderstorms are here. And if you guys don't know anything about southeastern North Carolina, they come out of nowhere. Like they are legit, you're sitting at sunny and the next moment you're in a monsoon. Like there's no warning, no nothing. You're just, it's there and then it's gone. And then you're a wet dog. So I got soaked today and I had to sit in my truck wet for like an hour and that freaking sucked.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. It's happened to me quite often, actually. I don't know what my stink bomb is. I had a decent week. My stink bomb is this week I bought tickets to Mets Yankees a while back, and then the Mets immediately went on that 11-game losing streak. So now I'm going up there to watch the worst team in baseball play this weekend in the Subway Series, and they're going to get absolutely fucking obliterated. But you know what? We're going to go and we're going to have a great time.
That's all that matters.
That's all that
matters.
matters. Yeah, we're going to have a great time. No Knicks basketball this week really sucks.
Yeah.
But for a great reason. I mean, a great reason. But not having like a game to look forward to watch.
Yeah, we don't even know when we're going to play next. We have no idea.
I know.
It's in the wind.
I know I have to wait at least until Sunday. And I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah, but you may be there on Sunday.
I know.
You may be there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, that's if the Cavs pull it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know the people don't. And our collective stink bomb is obviously we didn't have come up with an episode for like 3 weeks.
I know. Well, I went out of town, and then you were out of town, and then what happened?
I don't know. You still got to dunk on me. That clip's
Oh, yeah, that's got to happen. That's got to happen, too. That clip's... Oh, you know what?
We can't let the people...
I did sign up. I signed up for a Pilates class, and I got a class package, and I went... listen, I'm going to take full responsibility for this. I'm not a leg day guy. I go for runs. I play basketball. I keep, my legs in shape.
You're in shape.
Like toned. I keep my legs toned, I guess.
But
I don't do leg workouts. So, getting into the class Friday was my first one out of the 10 class pack. And they were just ripping the fucking lunges, the lunges and the squats and the fucking pulses. And
you look like how I look like in the club on Saturday.
I'm having a problem walking. Like my hamstrings are that bad, and I'm looking like I'm walking like with a stick shoved up my ass, and it's bad. Like I
did send a video today, and you did look like you were walking kind of funny.
Who sent a video?
You did when you were taking some video for one of our.
But like when I'm walking. I just look funny, and I just can't help it because my hamstrings literally hurt so bad.
So, and it's been 3 days now. So obviously I got to work those muscles.
Well, when's your next class?
Friday. I'm going back Friday. Yeah.
7 a.m.?
7 a.m. I'm in the building.
Oof.
So we're there, getting the sweat on. Good class. Can't judge me. Dude in Pilates class, like, sure, judge all you want, but good workout.
I'm not judging you. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Good for your health.
We're getting fired up.
It's better than taking the GLP-1.
God damn it. So.
All right.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to this episode. Next weekend, again, listen, it's going to be tricky next week because I'm going to be in New York again next week. So we'll see what we can make happen. But hopefully the next time we come out with an episode, we got some good basketball content to talk about, and we got some series that are set. So everyone, thanks again for tuning in. Stay tuned for next week.
Pistons in 6. Peace.